Here you go. That'll cool you down a bit. You best take your time with it. You see, we're coming to the end of our store of last winter's ice. I'm glad you had the good sense to come in and get out of the heat. Everyone with a brain is doing that. Except the boys of our Helvetian artillery.
Aren't you being overzealous considering all this heat?
It's mighty warm to be drilling your artillery company.
Especially in those heavy uniforms you put 'em into, Vincent DeFore.
Teledas, encore teledas, et toujours teledas.
It's been a while since I've spoken French.
For mine own part, it was all Greek to me.
Shakespeare?
Julius Caesar.
Do you want me to translate it to the Greek for you, Philo? I can.
You best stick to English, Vincent. Philo has a hard enough time understanding that language. Especially the phrase, pay your bar bill.
No habla inglés, senor.
My quote is from Danton, a French revolutionary. It translates audacity, and even more audacity. My Helvetian artillery is exceptional due to their constant training.
Practice does make perfect. With things in town so quiet these days, I've been able to spend more time improving my farming skills.
How? No, don't tell me. Let me guess. You've made the audacious move of actually putting the seeds in the ground this year, correct?
Very funny, Philo. I don't intend to harvest any of that sick wheat this season.
Well, that's good to hear. Almost every farm that raised wheat last year was affected by it. And if you ate anything made from it, you started shooting out of both of your respective batteries.
Hopefully it won't affect this year's crop. From what I can see, I expect a bountiful harvest, and I am going to make some huge financial returns.
Sheriff, I can see you expect a monetary reward. It's evidenced by this new coat. Did you get it in Cincinnati?
No, I got it from William French.
Did a fine job making clothing from Helvetians as well. The uniforms instill a strong sense of pride.
And they'll also instill heat stroke. The heavy coats and the scarlet-trimmed bearskin caps you put them in will be like an oven in this heat.
If you're not careful, you're going to have a hard time telling where those scarlet-trimmed uniforms end and the faces of your bombardiers begin.
A soldier should present a martial appearance.
Take it from one who served with Jackson in the lower country during the war. Those uniforms you had made are too hot and tight, even for this climate.
Gentlemen, why, my good Captain DeFore, I might have known I'd find you here at the Eagle Tavern.
My dear Captain Lindley, how so?
Well, this is the only establishment in the area that doesn't have one of your broadsides advertising the upcoming artillery drill.
Yes, it does. Captain, we're indoors. Unlike your infantry, the men of my artillery are exercised every Sunday. Check. 18 years of artillery training in France has taught me well. I have the best trained section of artillery in the district.
That's mighty bold talk, considering there's only 2 companies in the district.
Artillery lends dignity to what might otherwise be considered a vulgar brawl. Frederick the Great. Check. Mate.
Francis Lindley, it's best to remember Napoleon's maxim, it is with artillery that wars are made. A quote from the genius seemed appropriate for this heady conversation.
Know any others?
No.
I do, Philo. It's his most famous. Je me rends. Translation? I surrender.
There is one tactic that you didn't learn during your European training, my good captain.
Oh, what would that be?
How to order a drink. Allow this experienced infantryman to teach you a thing or two. Barkeep, 2 whiskey punches, 1 for the captain and 1 for myself. And put it on Philo's tab.
What?
All right, put it on my bill.
For an infantryman, you're a true gentleman, Francis Lindley.
I hate to tell you this, Francis, but the artillery has bested your infantry yet again.
Hogwash. Have you been sampling your wares again? All I did was buy him a drink.
Yep, that's all it took. Francis, to quote the great Napoleon, never interrupt your enemy when he is making a mistake. Your drinks, gentlemen.
Rejoice! We conquer. Phidippides.
Aren't you supposed to drop dead after you say that?
What are you doing back in town, Amos Beacon? We thought you were up in Cincinnati.
I was, but there is important news sweeping the countryside like wildfire. Once I heard it, I was determined to be the first messenger here to deliver the news.
He still hasn't gotten over losing that race to get the first steamboat to Terre Haute, has he?
Yes, not.
The General Marquis de Lafayette, hero of our revolution, and the man who is like a son to George Washington, is coming back to America. And a visit to Cincinnati is planned.
If that is true, the Helvetian artillery will be there to honor him.
It is 80 miles to Cincinnati. Are you going to drag your cannon old bets that entire way?
With audacity, more audacity, and even more audacity.
I must away and spread the news farther downriver. Adieu, my friends. Parting is such sweet sorrow. Romeo and Juliet.
That was his best soliloquy yet.
It was certainly his shortest.
Wait, I forgot. This letter for himself over there. Once again, dear friends, unto the breach. I mean the plowboy.
That man knows how to make an exit.
A toast to General Marquis de Lafayette, our nation's guest.
And to the Helvetian artillery.
Sire, behold yon missive.
Vincent is dead set on keeping his men well trained. If Lafayette does come to Cincinnati, you can bet the boys of the Helvetian artillery are going to be there. So many of those who fought in our revolution are passing away. The country's changing. You can see it as one succeeding generation replaces its predecessor. The way we see the country today is quite different from those who established it. But we got a problem. We keep judging the past by today's values, and if we keep doing that, one day posterity will do the same to us. I just remembered another one of Napoleon's maxims. History is the version of past events that people have decided to agree upon. Oh, I forgot all about this. No name on it. That's a mighty strange way to be sending letters. I wonder who it's from. It's from Frederick.